啊。
Hi everyone, I'm Ivan.
Hello,
We have
and
Gerard with
I'm
us
Jared.
today. Hi, and
Hi.
thank you very much, Gerard, for having us for this interview from Singapore Brickfest 2021. And with that, I would like to invite you to introduce yourself on on what you've been doing in Hong Kong.
Thanks very much, Ivan, for your invitation. Hi, everyone. I'm Jared, and I'm from Hong Kong. I'm the Luck Ambassador of Legend Bricks in Hong Kong. Well, I've been building with Lego for over a decade as an AFO now, and I'm currently working with my teammates to build fantastic mocks to wow the general public in Hong Kong and even overseas, such as Denmark and for this year, Singapore.
Wow, and I even know that you are one of the exhibitors for Lego House that is back in 2017, is that correct?
217, yes. Yeah, and I'm very honored for that.
I'm pretty sure, and the selection process is actually not easy. That's what I heard.
Well, yes, indeed. There are so many talented people around the world, so I'm really privileged to be one of those people to have my mocks exhibited in the Lego House. Yes, and there are many other talented people in Hong Kong, and I know there are also many talented people in Singapore. So I hope I will see some mocks from Singapore in Lego House in the future.
Yes, we definitely look forward to that as well. So with all that on all the MOC that we are talking, the mocks that we are talking, I'm pretty sure there are many mocks that you have built over the years. We'd just like to check in with you, which is your favorite mock so far?
Well, there are quite many mocks that I love. For example, the HSBC building, which is very unique architecture in Hong Kong, but that is not my favorite. My favorite is actually a public housing building that I built a few years ago. It's about the lives of the people in the 1960s. So I've built a public housing block with the exterior, a playground, the corridor, etc., a park, and with the interior, which shows the different flats and shops, which showcase the lives of the people in the 1960s, such as the very old-fashioned barber shop, grocery store, people playing mahjong, making plastic toys, etc., etc. So I think it tells people about the lives of my grandparents or my parents, and I really enjoyed exploring the history of my ancestors, of my elder people. Yeah, so that was my favorite mock.
Sure, and I hear there's really so many stories within your mocks. So how long did you, how much time did you actually put in to build this mock? Do you recall?
I think around 3 months
Wow, 3
from
months.
the research, finding stories to fit into the model, and to actually building the model. And I didn't plan to build this model. It was built for a mock competition in Hong Kong, and I was having trouble trying to find ideas to build. And then my neighbor, actually at Legend Bricks, we have a shared building studio where we all build together. And my neighbor was playing songs from the 1960s, 1970s all the time.
Wow.
So I got inspired. Yeah.
Oh, so the inspiration came from the song. That's very interesting.
Yes. And from my fellow neighbors, my luck members who are building together with me. So maybe you guys can also build together, and maybe you can inspire each other.
Yes, we do that very often. But of course, for the past 2 years when COVID is around, the limitation of having people around us becomes a lot more complicated. So we try to build sections of a big build, and then we will combine together to make it into a huge diorama. Yeah, so some of the recent builds that we have done is the Sentosa diorama, which we would love to share and show you when you come over probably next year during Singapore Brickfest
Yes.
2022.
Yes, I must definitely visit it. Yeah, I've seen the pictures and it looks really good.
Thank you very much. Yeah, with all that being said, we hear that you have a studio. I'm pretty sure that there are many Lego parts within your studio. So the next question I have for you is that out of all these Lego parts, which is your favorite Lego part and one that you probably use very often?
Well, I love building snort, which means just not on top. I love building sideways. So my favorite brick is actually a 1x1 brick with a step on one side. I'm sorry that I don't have it with me now, but I'm sure you know what it is. That brick gives me so much potential. I can build things sideways, and sometimes when you use this connection, instead of just building from bottom to the top, and if you snap things on the side, it will strengthen the structure of the whole model and make it more steady. So I love that brick.
And there's also a little bit of offset from the normal brick because it has a little bit of dents in between of that 1x1 brick, which is
not the headlight.
Not the headlight. Okay.
Just the 1x1 brick with a step on one side.
Ah, I see. Okay, not the headlight brick. Okay, yeah, those are our favorite bricks, which we use it for many purposes, like what you have mentioned. For my purpose would be I love mat building, so I love to use the same brick for my mats as well as my all the vehicles that I'm using them for my stock builds as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a must-use piece for all the advanced builders nowadays.
And is there any particular color that you like for this brick?
Well, it actually depends on the build, but I think I use the light gray one most of the time.
Ah, okay. The LBG in
Yes.
April term. I see. Okay, thank you so much for the sharing. I think for the last question that we'd like to check in with you, as you know, food is one of our favorite pastime in Singapore. And with that, we would really love to invite you for next year's Singapore Brickfest. And at the same time, we want to check in with you. What is your favorite Singapore food so that we can bring you for your favorite food in the future?
Yeah, I miss the Singaporean food, the chili crab, and the I don't know the name.
Oh, the bak kut teh. We call it the bak kut teh.
Yeah, but my favorite is the Cayenne toast.
Ah.
Yeah, I love the coconut flavor. Yeah, it's sweet but not too sweet, so I love it.
It's also one of our favorite. Yeah, breakfast.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of our favorite breakfasts. So we usually eat it with half-boiled egg. With the half-boiled egg, we'll put in pepper as well as black soy sauce, and then we will have the Gaia toast with a cup of coffee, and then everybody will just sit around and have the breakfast together.
Yeah, I miss that.
And at the same time, yeah, I love Hong Kong food, especially I love the dim sum. And I think you have something for us as well.
Yes, speaking of dim sum, would you like to try this?
Wow, this is Ha Gao, my favorite.
No, actually it's shumai.
Oh, shumai, yes, it's shumai.
Yes.
It's really my favorite, yes.
Yeah.
And
should I ship this to you?
Realistic. Oh, yes, we love to see this in person. And I believe, our visitors would love to see this in person as well.
Yeah, well, so let me ship this to you for the Singapore Brickfest this year, and but don't eat it.
It looks so realistic. I am feeling so hungry right now just by looking at the build. Yeah. How much time do you have or do you spend to actually build this shumai?
I don't really remember. Maybe a few days.
Wow, you can actually build something so fantastic in a few days. That's fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, actually, I have been test building with circles before this model. So I have built the Chinese candy box
Ah,
before,
okay.
so I have a little bit of experience in building circles. So the most of the time was to build the shumai itself. So
Ah,
yeah.
all the little details. So with that, thank you so much for this interview with us. We really look forward to seeing you in person next year. At the same time, when the situation improves, we will also love to visit Hong Kong as well as to visit a Legend Bricks event as well. I hear that there is an upcoming event for Legend Bricks. Do you want to share a little bit over here?
We'll have Bricks Adventure, our own event in November. I think it's right after the Singapore Brickfest.
I
Yeah,
see.
it will start. Yeah, it will start on the 4th of November. So if you're in town, please come and check us out.
Yes, we will definitely have to promote, and as well as I think there are Singaporeans that are working in Singapore. We will hope that they will be visiting the event to see all the fantastic builds by Legend Bricks.
Thank you very much, Ivan. And I look forward to all the fantastic builds of the Singapore brick builders and from Titans.
Thank you very much. So with that, thank you everybody for tuning in. We will see you next time. Thank you and
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Bye, guys.